Ladies and gentlemen, today is October the 3rd, 2020. We got some SmackDown results, and ladies and gentlemen, we got some updates of NXT for I guess the future time now, I do not know. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have some, I don't know if it's true, but some people are saying it's on Twitter, and it's on the, some links. So I guess I will tell you guys this about it now. So, ladies and gentlemen, NXT TakeOver will have a different location. It's not going to be at Full Sail. I'm a little happy that it's somewhere different, but it is going to be in the Performance Center. But, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to have a crowd. Not with the WWE Universe, with some friends and family will be at the show. So, I don't know what's going to happen there. But at the Performance Center, and Triple H told the people, I guess it was a conference he did, he told the people it's going to be something different that nobody never saw before in the WWE, in NXT. So let's see how this works out this Sunday, tomorrow night for NXT TakeOver. Let's see how it works out. I'm happy it's something different. Different location than the Full Sail, and ladies and gentlemen, they're going back to live shows, so they're going to put it on live. And ladies and gentlemen, I think the future is going to have a Performance Center NXT. I don't think NXT really needs a big arena like Raw and SmackDown, because they have pyro. NXT doesn't need pyro. It's just going to be weird that I thought we'd finish watching shows in the Performance Center. And we're going to be watching one this Sunday. So, let's see what happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the two big segments that happened in SmackDown. One, Roman Reigns, and the number two was Kevin Owens and his KO show. So, first we have Roman Reigns coming out, and he was supposed to be crowned as the tribal chief of his family. Not just WWE. Of his family, and then oh my god, I was going to fall asleep because Paul Heyman was speaking. Jesus, Paul, shut up. But Paul Heyman was talking about that he's, Roman Reigns is the tribal chief and blah, blah, blah. And then Roman Reigns says, I don't want to hear you call me tribal chief. I want to hear Jey Uso call me it. Because his brother Reigns said it at Clash of Champions, Jey Uso didn't. So he called out Jey Uso, and he says, Jey, he said a lot of mean things, and he called them embarrassments. He embarrassed their family and all that stuff, and he wants to help Jey Uso to get a bigger pay. I guess when you go in the main event, you get a bigger pay in the WWE, and that's what he was trying to do to Jey Uso, give him a bigger pay for his family, his kids, and his wife. But Jey Uso didn't want to take it. He wanted the Universal Championship. But ladies and gentlemen, Roman was trying to say some heartfelt words, but Jey Uso wasn't looking into his eyes. He was looking at the championship. And Roman says, if you want another match for the Universal title, you got the match. You want it at Hell in a Cell? You got it. But he told Jey Uso, this match will have higher stakes than the last one. And Jey Uso says he didn't care about Roman was about to leave, but Jey Uso told Uso that he doesn't care what the stakes are. He wants the match. Will it be happening at Hell in a Cell? Will it be a Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship? And ladies and gentlemen, we have the KO show. Kevin Owens and his special guest is Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss did admit that she is changing because of the Fiend Bray Wyatt. But Kevin Owens wants to find out what is going on with it, because maybe it's the same thing Aleister Black is happening. But Aleister Black never had a counter with the Fiend. He never had a brawl with the Fiend, so I think Aleister Black has a different problem than Alexa Bliss and the Fiend. And ladies and gentlemen, she says she was doing great. He changed her for the greatness, stuff like that. And ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Owens says, I'm guessing he's here. She says he's here, he's everywhere, and she says I could hear him, and she says let him in, and Kevin Owens was ready to fight. The lights went out. Then we heard the whole bunch of squeaking of his song. The Fiend came out, and the lights turned red. He did a man call onto Kevin Owens, and you see Bliss just sitting there, watching Kevin Owens get choked to death. And ladies and gentlemen, when the Fiend was done, he looked at Alexa Bliss, and he held her hand. I think now we lost Bliss. She is with the Fiend now. I think we lost Blissy Bliss. Sorry, Nikki Cross. You said you want to help her. You couldn't make it at Clash of Champions. You couldn't make it on SmackDown. It's too late. So let's see what happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot there was another big segment and a challenge. I issued a challenge to Bayley. Bayley will be versing Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Sasha Banks came to the ring and issued a challenge to Bayley for her championship. She ripped off the neck brace and called her the B word. Said you have no chance. So that's going to happen there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the matches that will be happening next week, we have Kevin Owens versus The Fiend. We will have Otis. He will be in court. He's not going to have a lawyer. He's going to be his own lawyer. That's going to be interesting. And we got the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley versus Sasha Banks. And then we will have a Falls Count Anywhere match. Big E versus Sheamus on draft night. The first night of the draft. We're going to have big matches here. We're actually going to see The Fiend in action in SmackDown. We haven't seen him in action in SmackDown since he got drafted to SmackDown. It's going to be big. But ladies and gentlemen, we found out who's the mystery woman. I'm a little upset because SmackDown doesn't have a lot of women anymore because technically they lost two of them to Monday Night Raw. They lost Mandy Rose and they lost Dana Brooke. And Raw added two more, Mercedes and Mia Yim. So they got 4 extra ladies and SmackDown has less. Guess who it is? Everybody was right. The rumors was right. Carmella is the lady. The mystery lady. Woo, yay. They repackaged her, and now she's a heel. She's blaming the WWE Universe because she was dancing, and where did that got her? No championships. Girl, I'm sorry, but you can't wrestle very well. I don't think it was our truth's fault or your dancing fault. I think you just didn't, Vince didn't know what to do with you. That's it. I don't think it's the WWE fans' fault. Okay? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have 5 matches here. More than it was last week. Last week was just 4. But, ladies and gentlemen, during the segment between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, at the end, we had AJ Styles coming out and saying that he deserves the main event, not Jey Uso. Mostly everybody does that because he's the underdog. And he did say Jimmy Uso is the best twin, the better athlete than Jey Uso. Jey Uso attacked AJ Styles outside the ring, and then the match started. We got AJ Styles versus Jey Uso. Pretty decent match. Not bad, but the winner of that match was Jey Uso. With a splash. Then we have Otis versus John Morrison. Both tag team partners of Otis and John Morrison were barred. Tucker and The Miz were barred from ringside. But it was an okay match. It was short. But the winner of that match with the Vader Bomb was Otis. Then we got Sheamus versus Shorty G. Sheamus knows now he has a Falls Count Anywhere match against Big E next week on SmackDown. So, ladies and gentlemen, Shorty G was doing a good job until he did try to do a moonsault, and then he got bro kick in the face. And then Sheamus wasn't done there. He did a second bro kick, and he ended. Sheamus gets the win. Then we had a 6-man tag team match. Matt Riddle and the Lucha House Party versus Cesaro King Corbin and Shinsuke Nakamura, and they left Kalisto in the back all by himself. But he still made it to the ring, and that's all that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we saw Cesaro was about to get hit by Kalisto, but he reversed it, and Kalisto accidentally kicked Lince Dorado in the face. Thank God Lince was not legal in the match. Matt Riddle gets the win for his team with the Bo Derek, and gets the win. And then we have a shoving contest between Lince Dorado and Kalisto, because he accidentally kicked Lince Dorado in the face. We saw Matt Riddle and Grand Metalik try to stop the fighting. Then our main event is for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn threw Jeff Hardy's Intercontinental Championship into the trash can, and he kept his. Pretty decent match. Ladies and gentlemen, before the match, during the introductions, Sami Zayn took off the turnbuckle pad and threw it away. We don't know what happened to it. And then we saw Jeff Hardy almost got his head smashed into it, and nobody knows what happened to the turnbuckle pad until they show the replay. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we saw Jeff Hardy was about to do the Whisper to win, and he got bunked onto the exposed turnbuckle face first, and Sami wins and retains the Intercontinental Championship. So, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Owens has a big show. Big week for this week that's coming up. He will have a KO show on Raw with special guest Bray Wyatt. And then you will be versing The Fiend on SmackDown on Draft Night. Let's see what happens on that show this week. That's all for me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow night for NXT TakeOver 31 results. That's all for me today. Tala is out. Bye.